Ways to reduce the stress in your life. And today I've got Daniela Sulek, and Daniela helps renowned leaders activate and integrate a permanent state of higher consciousness so that they can experience the ease, joy, and fun of life. So welcome, Daniela.
Thank you. Thank you, Denise. Thank you for having me.
So how did you come onto this journey to helping people slow down, basically?
So I was a high achiever and kind of like normal working and being stressed human myself. And I realized at one point that there is no way why we came to Earth to do this. Like there is no way we came here to work hard and struggle and stress and just get into burnout. I experienced several burnouts. I was sick constantly. I worked just long hours, day and night, being in literally the survival mode of the normal human, I would say, normal conditioned human. And that kind of opened up a completely new world for me. I kept asking questions. I wanted to remember who I am. Like, I want to remember who I am. And that kind of put me into various, what you can call spiritual experiences, out of body, astral travel, experiencing myself as a pure consciousness, a thought, an emotion, collapsing the mind into the black hole of the center of the consciousness. So the mind wrapped itself literally up and just collapsed, and there was just this black hole. Being the love and light and out of the body, just experiencing myself not as the mind and not as the body. And so throughout this journey, I literally built this puzzle piece by piece that got me like, okay, got me to realize and understand, oh, okay, hold on, this is how we really function. This is how the mind functions. This is how the mind keeps us in this illusion of physical reality. But this is who we truly are. And that's how I got here. And that's how now, so basically what I went through for years, now I am able to help others to shift, to make the shift within a very short time. So 1 month, 2 months.
Wow, that's pretty quick shift. Now, how do we get started in doing less and achieving more?
Doing less and achieving more. So by realizing that any goal-oriented activity and any doing comes from the mind, because we are not human doings, we are human beings. And the mind sees everything as external, as it's out there. There is this goal I need to get. There is this, either whether it's promotion, whether it's a relationship, whether it's health, whether it's anything, a balanced body, it's out there. And it's really just the illusion that it creates for us when we relax into our being, when we drop the mind, the natural mechanism will take over and we will get what we want and where we want to be. But it's not going to be through effort, through work hard, through a lot of action. And as such, so instead of, for example, working on something or getting somewhere for number of hours and number of years, we literally bend the time and we will get there much faster within a few weeks. And I would give an example of a baby in the womb, when the woman is pregnant and the baby is in the belly, then there is this infinite intelligence built into us, and its infinite intelligence is literally moves the planet, creates worlds. Nothing is collapsing, nothing is crashing, and the body knows what to do with the baby. The body knows how to develop the organs, brain, heart, everything. And when the woman just completely relaxes, then at the end of the 9 months, there will be this beautiful, amazing, healthy baby, right? The mind, when we introduce the mind doesn't trust. The mind wants to get something. The mind wants to do something about all. The mind is all about control. I'm controlling it. So when we are being stressed and we have this baby, but I'm stressed, well, is it growing right? How do I know that anything is happening? How do I know that the baby is healthy? Oh, let me go to this procedure. Let me go to this doctor. Let me check that. And we introduce the mind, the stressing, well, we are killing it. We are literally creating birth defects. We are literally doing the opposite of what we want. So this is a metaphor for life, because whether you're a man or a woman doesn't make a difference. When you are introducing the mind, the efforting, the stress, the control, the manipulation, you need to get somewhere and want to get somewhere. You are literally killing what you want to achieve. You are literally entangling yourself in the web of your efforts and actions and making things much harder for you.
That's pretty heavy, because it's so true. Like, if you think of it, our bodies do know what to do. And here we are, introducing all these, the negative thoughts, the worried thoughts, what if, what should, all those other thoughts that we really don't need.
No, because, and everything stems from the mind. So if you would want me to sum up like my teachings is, or what it is that is the main problem, is just the mind. The moment we get out of the mind, the moment we dissolve the mind, our state shifts into our natural state of being, not doing, being. And it's not like I'm sitting on the sofa all day. It's like I am doing, I am taking action, but I'm not efforting. I'm just kind of flowing. I'm doing what I want to be doing, and stuff is happening. And it's literally this clear path. So the mind, the natural mechanism has been built into us, has been built into the universe, into the world, into the galaxies. The moment we introduce mind, and that's why I call it conditioned human, because we are not born like that. It's really the conditioning. We start efforting, we start control, we start manipulation, and we don't allow the natural forces to do what they need to do, just like the baby, developing. And it's really, like, when you think about it, it's really completely absurd and ridiculous, because here we are being born, right? And everything works, and we're taken care of, and we're growing, and we are kind of these carefree beings and having fun and play. And then around like 20s, for some people earlier, for some later, it's just this cut. It's like, okay, and now you reach this 20 or 25 or 30, and now you need to prove yourself. Now you need to work hard. Now you need to effort. Now you need to get the goal. Now you need to get to the university to achieve this degree, get married, 2 cars, whatever, good job. And it's like, that's why it's absurd. Like, imagine God, let's talk about God, universe, life force, whatever resonates with you, would put us here on this earth, right? And from the sperm and from the egg, this beautiful baby is being developed, and then everything is fine. And then the God would say at around like year of 2025, okay, and now you're done. Now I'm done, and you're on your own. It doesn't make a sense. No. And the reason why it's happening is because over the childhood, the conditioning, the 1,000 years of human conditioning starts to kick in, and the mind literally creates this personality, this human who fears for its life, for its survival, and needs to prove itself, because that's all it knows. It looks at other human, it takes the inputs from the reality, and it becomes this personality. But if we would drop that, then there is no end at a certain age, at a certain point. We are fully supported. The natural mechanism works the mind kills, the mind blocks it. And that's why it doesn't make a sense, right? What we do, how we function.
Now, do you find it worse in different cultures? Like I know that's one of the reasons why I like traveling, because you get into different cultures where work is not that important. Family or community is more important. And I know, living in Canada, work is on top of everybody's list. Everybody revolves their whole life around their work. And I know in the States as well, like you design your life around your work and around your work goals, but it's really got nothing to do with you, your family, your community, the people you love. What have you seen in doing this work?
Yeah, that's true. When we take specifically the conditioning about the work and working hard, yeah, absolutely. From culture to culture, it differs. There are other conditioned thoughts and emotions. In each culture there is something, but when it comes to work, so this was, for example, a huge shock or surprise to me, because I'm originally from Slovakia. So I was born in Czechoslovakia during communism, and that even after when the split, and even after when I was working, I studied and working in Slovakia, like the system was different. Now it may be different, but still it's not. It's still kind of like more into the leisure. So people usually have 5-6 weeks of vacation throughout the year, like that's normal. Then they take summer vacation, they take winter vacation. Like there is a lot of more vacations, more this balance. And when I came to Canada, and I remember my first job, this was a shock, because when I worked in Slovakia, I had five weeks of vacation, plus the company gave us one more, so 6 as a Christmas break. And I graduated from university here, and my first job was 1 week of vacation. And I was like, what? And I literally felt like an alien, like, what? Seriously? And the biggest shock was that for people, it was normal. It's like, yeah, you get 1 week. And then after, I don't know how many years, you get 2nd, and then you get 3, and that's pretty much you're done. And I'm like, what? It didn't. So, so yeah, I don't know how it is in States, probably similar, take maternity leave. In some states, we have maternity, there are some maternity leaves like 2-3 years when the woman has their social benefits and stuff like that, and can stay home. I know in States, it's, I don't know, a few weeks, right? And then they go like, so yeah, absolutely. In cultures as, I don't know, in Europe, like Spain, Portugal, like these people have siesta, like you have siesta, you literally like work, and then you take the time of the day off, or to balance yourself. And then you work a little bit, and then you socialize. It's like really nothing serious is going on. Here in North America is very, like, probably the most extreme from what I've observed. So absolutely, there is a huge conditioning there, and yeah, it's all the mind.
It is. Now, for someone that's listening that wants to, switch this around, what steps can they take to do that?
So I would suggest first question everything. It's like the reason why things happened to me and really escalated was because, and accelerated, is because I started question. I'm like, as I mentioned, that there is no way. Why? There is no way I came here to prove myself. There is no way I came here to work hard. Like, it doesn't make a sense. Like, why would I come here to just chase something? And then that alone will make you think differently. Like, literally, Why do I do things? Why do I chase after things? Why am I so, okay, why do I care so much? And then you will literally go into the conditioning of like, oh, hold on, because my mom used to work so hard, and okay, and now I'm working hard. And you realize, that it's not, your thoughts and emotions are not yours. They're conditioned. You actually, like an overage human who doesn't do this work, we think that our thoughts and emotions are ours. They are not. They're fully conditioned, and they exist only on the level of the mind. Once the mind drops, you are free of thoughts, and you are actually free of thinking what you really want to think, or not to think at all. And also with the emotions, your natural emotions are non-conditioned emotions, are just pure peace and joy, no judgment. It's just no control, not changing anything. It's really being peaceful with everything that comes and going around your day, enjoying your day, not having a goal. I don't have a goal when I go for a walk. I just go for a walk. I don't have a goal when doing something. When writing a post on Facebook, I just do it because it comes from me, it comes through me. So it's the natural mechanisms there, but the mind doesn't trust it. And that's the shift that needs to happen. So really observe and question your actions, your thoughts, your belief system, everything.
Now, I love what you're saying. And for me, I mean, in my opinion, I think our businesses still need goals. So how do we integrate goals into this thinking? Because I can understand, okay, you're writing a Facebook post or you're doing different things because you want to do it. And I love that, because when I feel like I want to do something, it comes out so much like more natural than forcing myself to do something. But overall, how do you keep your eye on the overall business goals that you want to set for your business?
Why do you need the goals?
Well, you'd like to increase your business or build your business.
Yeah, but why do you think that the only way how to increase your business is through a specific goals that you put there?
So you're basically saying that to grow a business, you just let it grow naturally?
You do what you love doing, you express yourself, but you remove any goal, because any goal that comes from the level of the mind. And that goal, by the way, is very limited compared to what the infinite intelligence has in you and what you can achieve. Not what you can achieve, but where it can get you. So you have this very limited goal and you strive to get to that goal, but the goal came from the mind because the personality that thinks of the goal is the mind created. When we remove the personality, the goal is being removed, and now you function without the goal and you allow everything happens and it needs to happen. So any thought about the future is mind and is actually creating a lot of stress, because the mind cannot sustain and exist in the present moment. That's why it goes usually in the past, looking at the past, trauma, depression, regret, grief, and or looking in the future, anxiety. How will I survive? I need to make money. I need to make revenue. I need to do this because this will happen. That's the mind. And that exists only on the level of the mind. When we dissolve the mind, when we stop functioning on that level, we shift into the higher state of consciousness, which is only present, only in the now. And there is no goal, and there is actually no imagination of the future. You cannot go, when you are as a pure consciousness, you cannot go into the mind. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I don't know what will happen in 1 year. I have no plans and I have no goals. Yet I am achieving far more than I did when I had goals. Because I removed the human, the conditioned human, the mind from it. And this is something very scary. And this is scary because the mind doesn't know unknown. It cannot function as that. And that's why it pushes us into the goals. Because as soon as you introduce the goal, there is something known. There is something certain. There is something I can go, okay, this is my kind of like a North Star. This is, I know where I'm going. But when I don't have a goal, I feel completely lost. And it's not you who feels lost. It's the mind is lost, because mind cannot exist now and with not knowing.
And that's very heavy because, I mean, I know, this is not my first business that I've started. And in the past, you're conditioned to do your business plan and your monthly goals, your weekly goals, your daily goals. So it's like you're goaled out. But I love what you say, because you don't know what the universe has in store for you. And you're worrying about things that are really not relevant because they're just not relevant.
You don't know your business plan. How do you know the business plan is good? How do you know?
Yeah.
You may like it, you might, but a coach told you. How do they know that this is the business plan for you? This is the right business plan for you. And I'll give you an example. I was working with one client, and she was a high performing coach, coaching business, and very smart, very successful, very determined. And she had other kind of like hobbies. And after working with her and after removing the mind conditioning, she realized that the whole business as it was structured and what she was doing, even though she was good at it, it was literally just the childhood conditioning and survival. But what she wanted to do was completely something different. It was art. It was completely something different. And she was able to actually do it and be successful. She switched. But we don't even know what's best for you. Like, how do you know what's best for you? You don't. Your mind is telling you. The mind is very limited. Like, think about that. The mind has only a memory of your past experiences, your past beliefs, your conditioned beliefs, societal beliefs, mass conditioning, experiences, feeling, thoughts. It's a box full of your past. How does the mind knows what's best for you for your future? It doesn't. All it does, it looks outside, it looks at your experiences, it looks at, okay, I'm good at this one, and it comes up with a certain strategy and with certain goal. But all you are doing is like you're dragging your past into your present and into your future. When you really want to do a huge jump in your business, but not only in your business, but like living effortlessly and just enjoying life, you have to go beyond the mind. You cannot, and that's the scariest thing, because the mind doesn't trust. All it knows is past, but we are not our past. And that's why life is so hard. That's why we can start second, third, or fourth business, and it still feels hard and efforting. And we are really just repeating the patterns, our experiences. There is like nothing new. And meanwhile, who we are beyond the mind and the body is we are the field. We are the quantum physics. In quantum physics, we can call it quantum field. In spiritual realms, you can call it Akashic records. We are it. You can become anything, but not on the level of the mind, because it's very limited, and it actually holds you in that grip.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful. So we're going to start wrapping this up. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience today?
Yeah, don't believe everything what you see, hear, touch. Don't believe anything people tell you, no matter what kind of authority they are. Don't believe anything I tell you. Question everything. Question everything. Because any information you know, any experience, any belief has been thought, and you took it as your own, and you took it as a reality. There is this wisdom, infinite wisdom in you, and that wisdom will arise the moment you start dropping the mind.
Wow. Okay, great. Well, I will have all your contact information wherever someone is listening or watching this, and feel free to reach out to Daniela. And if you have any questions, reach out to talk to her. Well, thank you so much today for your time, Daniela. It was amazing. It just made me think. And to be honest with you, the last couple of years, I've really shifted my business, and I don't have a business plan. I don't have the goals, and things just come to me and they work out, or there's things that come to me that I enjoy doing. Yeah. And it's a different way of doing business, and you don't have the stress that I used to have.
Yeah, I love it. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
A huge shift though, because
huge.
Traditionally, it's the business plan, or, if you were going to go to the bank for money, you had to project and project and project. And you really, I remember doing the spreadsheets, and it's like, I have no idea what this is going to bring or how this is going to work, because I haven't started it yet. And I mean, it was one of the hardest things I used to have to be able to do. It's just projections. And I'm so happy to get away from that right now.
I love that. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And yes, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Right. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you're looking for more ways to reduce the stress in your life, please visit www.therelaxationlounge.info. Here I've got access to a free Facebook page where you can get support, information on the podcast where I interview different individuals who share their techniques to help you reduce your stress, plus a membership that you can join where you can come and do stress-reducing practice on demand anytime you need to reduce the stress in your life and create more happiness in your world. I'll see you in the lounge.